It is day 3 of the 2025 NFL Draft, so here are 4 names to look out for the Jets' 4th round pick. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? It's Luke here in the Jets film room, and as I mentioned in the intro, we're going to go through some rapid fire reviews and give you some names to look out for at 110. We're going to start with David Walker. He is a dynamic edge, but he's an older prospect, but I'm going to give you the positives of his game. He's got a great bag. Left-hand side of your screen, look at this cross chop, the ability to turn the corner and sacks the quarterback for an enormous loss. But it's all about technique. I love this from an edge rusher. Look how he propels himself off his inside leg, high hands, swipe down the hands of the tackle, and then rip move and work through contact around the corner. I really enjoy when guys can pair moves together. David Walker did it a ton. He's a guy I would have considered in this 3rd round. I think he'd be fantastic at 110. On this occasion, left-hand side of your screen, look how Walker bends, how quickly he's able to flip his hips and go parallel to the line of scrimmage. He never ends up 10 or 12 yards deep. He's got great flexibility through his lower half. That's the advantage of him being 6'1". He is a smaller and shorter edge, but I really like the movement skills. You just haven't seen it against a ton of top-tier opposition. And he can win to the inside too. As I said, plethora of moves. Have a look how Walker quickly wins to the inside. Again, I like number 1, how he reads the pass set, sees the tackle coming to the inside, stab off that outside leg. We're going to club and just get straight through that B gap, and it's way too easy. NDSU is one of the best teams he played. He flashed on a couple of occasions. So I really like David Walker. I think there's some age and competitive issues, but overall, really nice pass rusher. Just might give you something as cover for Jermaine Johnson. Could replace Michael Clemens and all those penalties. Also save $3 million, and he can do this in the run game. You want to throw a tight end at him? Good luck. He just picks him up, forklifts him, and moves him 10 yards laterally. Really dominant player. I really enjoy watching David Walker. And the next prospect we're going to look at is Jaylen Royals. Something he does really well, and that's the theme of this video. What could they add to your team on day 3 is yards after catch ability. While he's not the most polished route runner, I think he gets stuck in his breaks time after time. Look at that shiftiness after the catch. The ability to beat the closing free safety, wiggle in a phone booth, kind of moves like a running back and takes this all the way to the house for Utah State. This was one of the better aspects of his game. If you're not sold on Malachi Corley, can he be the guy that you try and get his hands on the football and just do something after the catch? Not a one-off either. Left-hand side of your screen and the formation for Utah State. Catch this little tunnel screen. Look at the movement skills though. Make the first guy miss. Really nice lateral agility. Bounces to the outside and it turns into a really big gain. This is cool explosiveness. Nice change of direction. And while he had plenty of weaknesses, and that's why I didn't like him at pick 73, we're talking about a 4th round pick now. And I think this is the sweet spot when you look at the value of Royals. But his best trait, without a doubt, is his ability to make contested catches. Look, that's a pro and a con because obviously it means you're not separating, and that's why he's here on day 3. But top of your screen, look at him work through contact, does a really nice job in the red zone coming down with the football. Not even one of the more impressive reps, but something he showed me consistently on tape. But this next one, it's fantastic. Bottom of your screen, look how he splits the zone coverage. Nothing impressive about the route, but at the catch point, you want to talk about concentration, a man coming back through his face, high points the football, then has the body control to break a tackle, and once again, takes it to the house. Really, really nice job here. But in contested catch situations, I thought for a guy who wasn't the biggest receiver, Jaylen Royals was really impressive, but he needs to be because he's not very good at separating. And last example, just to really hammer it home, Royals is a guy who's going to try and make these catches. Acrobatic, one-hand stab, track the football, really fun guy. Look, I don't think he's going to be an instant starter for the Jets, but possibly he could be your Allen Lazard replacement. On to the next guy, rapid fire. Now defensive side of the ball, it's Josh Farmer. Now, he's an interior defensive lineman, someone who I think could play anywhere from the 1-tech spot all the way to a 5 technique in an odd front. He's a bit lazy, he can be a bit hot and cold, but the flashes could sell you on Farmer. He's number 5 for Florida State. We've just drafted one of their players. Look at his ability to win on the interior. He loves these push-pull moves, being really physical, getting his hands on you. Look how he stands up the guard instantly at the point of attack. Then he's able to work through that contact, swim over the top, and get the incompletion. As I mentioned, his good plays were elite. There was just a little bit too much in between. Again, that's why we're talking about him at 110. Some really nice reps though. Against Duke, he dominated. He was the best player on the field. Here's another great job rushing the passer. You want to talk about quickness for a big athlete. Beat him to the inside, cross the center's face as well, duck inside this double team and put pressure on the quarterback. Once again, causes the short throw. His ability to be a situational pass rusher from a one technique could go really well next to Quinnen Williams. I would not be surprised if you heard Joshua Farmer's name called at 110. As a run defender, a little inconsistent, can guess a lot, but when he gets it right, again, you're going to see similar moves, this kind of push-pull, but he's violent. He's got really nice pop in his hands. Bang! You want to talk about aggression at the point of attack. Look how he gets displacement immediately. He's got the leverage advantage. He bench presses this offensive lineman. It just throws him out of the way. Just disregard for a big, powerful athlete. Because Joshua Farmer is that kind of guy when he hits his ceiling. And last rep, you're going to see again, back to this Duke game, just really nice ability to push-pull like we saw in the pass rushing game, get over the top and chase from the backside. It's nothing particularly flashy, but you can see the way that Joshua Farmer wins consistently. And the last guy, a bit of a bonus, is Tory Horton, another wide receiver. He's a senior out of Colorado State, and the thing that he does best for me is work his body at the top of his routes. Great example here from the slot. Look how on this crosser, he starts to take the DB vertically. He threatens down the field. He makes him chase from a trail position, feels for contact, and then snaps off the route and gets great separation, and then just goes up and gets it at the catch point as well. But really good job selling this as a deep route, a go ball. Make him chase you. He's got good enough speed, and then feeling that contact and separating. Throw was late, throw was behind him. It didn't matter. He's pretty good out above his frame as well. Something I really liked about Tory Horton. Again, the tape wasn't amazing, but I've said this multiple times and I'll reiterate it one more time. This is a guy who you're taking at 110 overall. You're looking for a spark and something he could provide your offense. Last thing, again, in the red zone right-hand side, this little bunch formation, very similar. Look how he sells that he's going to work up through the contact of the DB, and then we're going to snap it off. He falls over, and we've got an easy touchdown. This is the kind of nuance that I liked from him at the top of the route. He could work through contact. He understood how to win. Just a really smart receiver that I think could come in and be your big slot. He could work the boundary a little bit. Just add something to your offense. So there are 4 names to look out for in round 4 of the NFL draft. Let me know in the comments below if you have any better ideas, and I'll see you on the next one.